Ladies and gentlemen, with the anniversary right around the corner, I've been seeing a lot of new and returning players in MFF, and I've also been seeing a lot of questions and answers about the best ways to ramp up your gold farm, because a lot of players are coming back to the game or picking it up for the first time, and they're struggling to keep their gold reserves up. They watch videos, I got 300 million, Beast Mode's got 500 million, and they're kind of confused and they don't know what to do. And I've seen a lot of good advice about how to farm gold, but I've also seen some questionable advice and some stuff that's missing. So I wanted to cover all of that with you guys today in as condensed a format as possible. So let's just kick it off right now with just one little PSA. I'm not going to be talking about ways to not spend gold. I'm going to leave that for a separate video. So if there's things in here that you're hoping to see as far as like, you know, min-maxing the gold that you already have, I will save that for a separate video. But the first and literally the easiest way to just generate you know, a couple million gold every single day is dimension missions. Make sure that you get to the highest dimension mission contribution reward as you can, because as you can see here, you go to level 1 and you're only getting 1,000,000 gold a day. That's still pretty good. You just press the auto clear 10 times and you get your 1,000,000 gold per day. But you can bump that all the way up to 2,000,000 gold by just getting to agent level 110. And you can do that. The agent level is that upside down triangle. You do that through a mixture of building up characters and also building up your agent level through the world event. But yeah, dimension mission, absolutely the easiest way to get some gold every single day. Do not miss this. Really, it just takes 2 seconds, even if you are on an MFF diet and you're not trying to play too much, you know, you're busy or you're trying to cut down on your spending or whatever, just grab the gold here. I'm not going to recommend the shield support, which can bump up that 2 million to like almost 3 million. I'm not going to recommend that because, you know, spending money on the game right now is a little iffy. But I do absolutely recommend the dimension missions for the very first reward at least. The second easiest way to get gold in MFF, and one of the most consistent, is Multiverse Invasion, which is the new co-op. Now, because it's the new co-op, it still follows the same rules. You can see your character bonus is up to stage 8, and that character bonus is based on how many characters you have built up. So they have a really easy and clear sheet here. Each character level that you have for each character is worth a certain number of points. So if you have every character at tier 1, but you have them all unlocked, that's 254 points or whatever, or 254 multiplied by 5 points. And then if you have some of the characters tier 4, instead of being worth 5 points, it's worth 30 points. So as you can see, the higher you build your characters and the more characters you build, the more you know, character bonus you get building up. Now you don't need to have every character tier 4. You don't need to have a massive maxed out roster in order to hit character bonus level 8. But if you're not at 8 yet, and you can check by just, like I said, going over to rewards and hitting the question mark next to rewards where it says character bonus in the middle there, you can track your progress. You absolutely want to do this so you make sure that you're getting the highest rewards, because if you go down from 8, you're getting less rewards here on this track. Now I know for players who are VIP 0, they only have one reward slot, which doesn't always guarantee gold. So this suggestion is a lot more successful if you are at least VIP 1. I know that requires you to spend like $2 or $3 on the game. Some people can't do that, but if you can spend a couple dollars on the game, I highly recommend it, because for this game mode, it's just guaranteed gold every single day. If you're VIP 0, it's not guaranteed gold every single day. You should still do it, right? Because it just costs time. It costs time and some clear tickets. It doesn't cost energy or anything like that. But yeah, I do understand that it's not the best option for everyone. But those two are by far the easiest. It literally takes you like 21 minutes to do those two every single day. But this next one, dispatch here, and I want you to pay attention. 200,000, right? Another 200,000. So that's 600 and probably 650, 875. That's 1.1 million, right? You kind of get the point here, right? You're looking at you're looking at more than 2 million gold that I'm collecting right here. Yeah, more than 2 million gold, and I'm able to collect this 2 times a day. So I can get like at least 5 million gold every single day from dispatch. Now, this is probably the one that I should spend the most time on because it's the most complex. Just keep in mind that this is something you're going to have to build up over time if you don't have dispatch already invested. And it basically works in 2 ways. So you have to build it up in 2 different ways. The first way you have to build it up is you have to go in and you have to complete all of those blue dot missions. Okay, so the blue dot missions are the ones right there for challenges and rewards. Clear within 2 minutes, clear with 2 or more female characters, clear with 2 or more characters with a strong ability. Little known, like often misunderstood, is the challenges do not need to be done at the same time. It's not like you do 1, 2, or 3, or you do them all in one shot. You can do them separately because some of them just don't, they won't match up. Like it'll be like clear with 2 villains, and then it'll say clear with 3 heroes. Obviously you can't do that at the same time. So you can do these, you can clear it 3 different times with 3 different teams, as long as you get those rewards. The rewards get, the challenges don't necessarily get, well, some of the challenges get harder. The stages obviously get harder. Here's a good example. I haven't really paid attention at all to Sector 13, so I only have 5 of those pips, those blue missions done. The reason why you want more of the blue missions done, you want to be as close to 15 as possible, is because it gives you the rewards more time to bank up, which means you don't need to log into the game as often to collect the rewards before it fills up. Once it fills up, you're not collecting any more rewards. It's stopped. So this is a way to passively generate rewards and a lot of gold, but you have to invest. So that's the first step of investing, is to run through those missions and play it manually and do it. That's the first step. The second step is on the dispatch track itself. When you click on any one of these things and you click dispatch, you can set characters here. Your character growth score, aka how much you've built up the character, will influence the total combat power. As you can see here, if I take away Namor, my combat power drops from 23 to 22, and because he's tier 4, he gives me a lot of combat power. And you can see here it's 270 gold per minute. When I put him back and it levels up, okay, that one didn't actually change, but if you go here and you look at lower dispatches, instead of getting 270 gold, it drops to 255. So you want to aim for these breakpoints, like, you know, growth grade 10, growth grade 15, growth grade 20, because you're going to see, you know, more gold per minute. And then again, that adds up over time, more gold per minute, more gold per hour, etc., etc. So that's why you do want to build up your characters in some way. You don't want to obviously spend all of your gold building up your characters to put them in the dispatch, you know, sectors, in order, like, that doesn't make sense, right? You obviously have to manage it, but people forget about this, and then they wonder why they're not really getting much gold from dispatch. It's because, you know, giving every character an ISO set if you can, giving every character a few uru here and there, right? Slowly building up, right? Just 5,000 combat power, which is not difficult to get, or growth score, whatever, right? If you just get 5,000 on that growth score, getting that from 337 to 342, if you do that for 100 characters, that's a massive amount, right? That's 500,000 growth score across all of your characters, and it just requires a small investment in each one. So yeah, that's another huge one that I think people forget. But yeah, the passive gold from dispatch is absolutely amazing. The passive gold from dispatch, once you get it up and running, similar to what I have, is the best way to farm gold in the game. This should have been the #1, but this is a lot more difficult for the amount of gold you're getting compared to just auto clearing 10 dimension missions, or doing your multiverse invasion, putting it on autoplay and coming back in 20 minutes. The fourth way, and again, these are sort of descending in difficulty besides dispatch, I just wanted to mention dispatch quickly and early before people clicked off the video, is timeline battle. You want to make sure you do your timeline battles, your 70 per week, because the rewards here, wow, I cannot find it, dude. What am I cooking up here? The rewards, you get 1.5 million gold for just doing 70 runs per week in Vibranium. And again, this adds up over time. It's not a huge amount. You don't have to win any of the matches. Obviously, it's nice if you win, but you want to make sure you're doing 70 at least so that you do get those rewards. Another way to get gold, for better or for worse, is Alliance Conquest. You can get 2 to 8 million gold by doing conquest. You can see here, even if you're third, you can get 2 million, and then if you're in the top 100 and you get first, you can get up to 8 million gold. So 8 million gold per week is an extra 1.15 million gold or something like that every single day. That's huge. That adds up. That's basically doubling your dimension mission gold just by participating in conquest. Obviously, if you're just one person in an alliance and everyone else is inactive, you're not going to do conquest, but in that case, you should leave your inactive alliance and join an active alliance, which, if in case you need to do that, head on over to the discord.gg/the new meta. We have a dedicated channel to finding alliances. We have people in there promoting their alliances. Very easy way. Don't sit in an inactive alliance. I see so many people, they're like, oh, I can't do GBR, I can't get tier 4s. Why not? Oh, no one plays the game in my alliance. So why are you in the alliance, bro? Leave the alliance. There's no reason that you're sitting in an empty parking lot and waiting for people to come to you. This is stupid. So yeah, please don't do that. please join an active alliance and collect these rewards. The next easiest way to generate some gold every week is Shadowland. Doing stage 1 to 35 and always choosing the gold reward stages can net you about 4 million gold per week. Not as great as some of the other options, obviously a lot more work, but if you need gold every week, this adds up, right? 4 million gold a week is an extra 16 million gold per month, is an extra over 100 million gold per year. And again, you do that over time. That's why you end up having more gold than other people. Speaking of grinding unnecessarily, the next option is legendary battle, excuse me. The easiest one to do is Thor Ragnarok. You don't need to have very much built up for this, and then this stage here is probably the fastest one. As you can see here, it drops gold. If it hits gold, it's about 30,000, so you can get 150,000 a day. If it crits the gold, it gets 500,000. You can also auto play it by doing this stage here, where Loki, Hulk, and Valkyrie will attack Hela, and you just have to click in and out of the stage 5 times. You don't actually have to move to collect those little boxes. The next tip I have for you guys, this is a little bit more work, but doing the heroic quests. They're free. They're completely free. They give you back energy. They give you back a lot of gold. As you can see, over 500,000 gold. I know it takes you, close to a month in terms of the total time, but it actually only takes you a couple of days per week, because you just end up going through the missions very quickly if you're doing all of your dailies. So don't sleep on the heroic quest. I'm not saying you should pay for them. As you can see, the gold rewards aren't actually better. Just do one of the free ones and get those free rewards. And you can also, I believe, no, you can't get gold from these chests, but you can get some other decent rewards, some rank up tickets, things like that. Speaking of boost points, because I didn't really spend much time on this, but if you're not spending your boost points on GBR, and I think you should spend your boost points on GBR to be clear, but if you're not spending your boost points on GBR and you want some extra gold, the deluxe pack missions, like the True Evolution, and the, what is this one called? Playing Hero, these quests here, these deluxe pack missions, they give a lot of gold, and they're amplified by boost points. I can't show you right now because I've already run them, but try to run these missions when you have boost points. So one example would be if you don't run GBR at the reset, or if you don't run GBR when you first wake up and play MFF, or when you first pick up the game for the day, run these, like, clear ticket all these missions. It'll cost you about 50 boost points if you have them all, less if you don't. And then you can build up your boost points for later in the day when you play GBR. Just for an example, just a way to generate more gold for yourself instead of running those missions or clear ticketing those missions when you don't have any gold. Another thing here, since we have these events active, if you have spare tokens at the end of events, if you have 5 or 10 tokens, for this example, for the April Fool's one, I have 10 tokens left after buying 30 tokens for Squirrel Girl's uniform and then getting 10 tokens. Don't let these tokens expire, right? If you let these tokens expire and then you have to sell them in your inventory, look what they sell for. They don't sell for anything, 10 gold each, right? Instead of selling them for 10 gold each, go to the shop before it ends and spend the tokens, right? In this case, I'm getting 500,000 gold instead of getting 500 gold. So I've just 100x'd my gold, the gold that I was going to get from these tokens. And again, for those of you that didn't buy Squirrel Girl's uniform, you should do this now while you're watching this video so that you don't forget, because the event is over in just 4 days. So this is another one that I think a lot of people forget. I'm not saying you should spend your tokens if you have a lot of them on gold. It's just if you have a few spare tokens at the end of events for whatever reason, you spend your 650 tokens from the last event on the premium card, and you have some left over from these ones over here, right? Then you have 50 left over. Spend that on the gold if you're not going to spend it on a rank up ticket or something like that, and you can get a little bit of extra gold every month. And then again, that adds up. Last tip I want to hit you guys up with for ways to generate gold. And I mean, there are technically other ways to generate gold. Like, you do get a small amount of gold from other epic quest missions and story mode missions, but the amount is very, very small. But the last thing I want to hit you guys up with, one of the biggest unknown tips over the years, is selling your 1 to 4 XP chips. Now, I know you need XP chips to level up characters, but they've recently increased the amount that the 5-star, that the level 5 one gives you. The level 5 one gives you like 50,000 or like more than 30,000. It gives you a ton. The level 4 one, I don't know why they don't show it anymore, but it gives like 900. And on the flip side, if you sell them, look at this, 3.5 million gold just for the level 4 XP chips. I'm not talking about the uniform XP chips. Be careful here. I'm talking about the character XP chips. The character XP chips are just massively skewed. The only ones that are valuable are the level 5 ones. But look at this. If I sell the level 1s, the level 2s, the level 3s, look how much gold this is. Look at this, 10 million gold right now. Boom. So if you do that every month, it's probably going to be less. It's probably going to be like 1 million. I've been obviously saving it up for a long time, but there you go. I just generated 10 million gold by making use of an otherwise useless item in my inventory. And you can do this to a lesser extent with other things, especially if you have VIP 1 and or like a higher VIP and you're collecting a lot of these excess rewards that you don't need in such large quantities from things like Multiverse Invasion. You know, if you have 160,000 Norn Stones, you can sell 10,000 here or there to generate a little bit of gold. I wouldn't sell too many because they are used infrequently for crafting events. I wouldn't go down to 0 by any means, but you can absolutely sell these from time to time in small quantities and small batches to generate yourself some extra gold, essentially for free. So yeah, those are my tips for grinding gold. Please focus on dispatch. It's massively important. If you need to, go back and watch the videos where I break down exactly how to go through dispatch, how to go through the stages. It's a lot easier now than more than ever with characters that can go to level 80, not even mentioning tier 4. So get yourself a level 80 Thanos or level 80 Thor or Jean Grey or something like that, and just fly through those missions and get those extra gold passive rewards, because it is massive, massive, massive gains. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.